Hey guys.
Hello.
This is a break in our normal vlogs. We're doing a sailing update for you guys. As you know, we're crossing the Indian Ocean this year to South Africa. And so we've got a few updates to give you.
We plan to be departing in a couple of weeks' time, and so a lot of things have sort of been happening and going down. So our videos are starting to lag behind a little bit. So we just want to give you a bit of an update and just so you know what's going on. In preparation for our big crossing.
We're currently in Indonesia. We've cleared into Sabang and we have 600 nautical miles to sail down to Padang, which is the departure port, crossing over to Rodrigues, Mauritius and Reunion. So we're currently on that passage, bobbing along. There's not a lot of wind, but
we got the morning offshores where we're sailing at like 2 knots. So we're just steadily making our way south towards that departure port. We've got a couple of weeks until we are looking to be leaving to begin the big ocean passage, so there's no real rush. We've got 600 miles to do in 2 weeks is sort of the plan.
For the past few months we've been getting the boat ready for this big crossing, just making sure we have backups for backups, making sure everything works, and it's been a little bit stressful because you're kind of managing safety and then money and then also time, and so those 3 factors just can make it super stressful because you want it to be like as safe as you possibly can make it, but you also have a budget, so you're kind of weighing a lot of things up. So
like you really don't want to put your life at jeopardy because of dollars, but at the same deal, if you don't have dollars you can't buy what you want. So like it's really is this fine line. Like if personally, lucky we have safety bond on board because the boat's definitely way more safer than if it was for me to get ready.
I have gone through everything. I have thought about everything thoroughly. We're ready to go.
So safety bond's been all over that. But yeah, like it's such a stressful time, you know. As time pushes on, and we wanted to be departing from Thailand and Malaysia because of the season change, so we still wanted to get the wind and the good weather to cross to get over to Sumatra before the season's already changed and we're going against the grain. So we'll push in to get that, and then the same deal, you know, we're juggling the money sitch and then trying to get everything ready because by the time we get down here into Indonesia we can't get anything, so the boat had to be ready before we left Malaysia, Thailand sort of areas.
If something breaks now, touch wood.
Yeah, you're on your own, mate. Yeah, so it's all about preparing and having the backup for your backup and having spares on board, which is what we've been doing.
While we've been planning this massive journey across the ocean, we've also been planning and working towards another thing, which is getting pregnant. And we've had a bit of difficulty in doing that. We've had 2 losses, and so we've started like a fertility treatment plan. And it's kind of just come up at the same time as this crossing has, and finding out whether or not it's going to work or not. And so we don't want to set off with me early in pregnancy on this crossing. It's a little bit too risky. We've decided that Tallulah and I are going to fly to Sri Lanka and spend 2 weeks there with Nana and have a little holiday together as a family. And Yosh has got some crew on board. The thing is that like we don't know if I'm going to get pregnant or not, but we can't just wait until it's a yes or a no and then start planning other plans. So instead of doing that, we've just planned that I will get pregnant and Yosh is going to sail this leg of the passage with crew.
You can't put life on hold. We've been aiming to cross to Africa for such a long time, but we've also been trying to be pregnant for quite some time as well. And unfortunately it hasn't been just as simple as wham bam thank you ma'am, here's a baby. As we seek further medical assistance so we can grow our family, but at the same deal there's no guarantees, and we can't just put life on hold and just stop, you know. Like we still need to move forward with our other life plans and our other life goals, which is doing this passage and sailing across to Africa, and we really want to do the miles. And unfortunately the fact that got the badass boss that won't be with us on this first passage, but she will fly to Mauritius, and it'd be a really nice feeling when we roll in there and have a mum and bub sitting there waiting for us.
And the future passages from there on are a little bit shorter, which I'd feel more comfortable sailing with than
it's just less time at sea.
Less time at sea. So to sum that up, Yosh has organised 3 crew members to join him on the passage. Tallulah and I have our flights booked. We're flying to Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka is actually a country that I really didn't want to miss out on, and it was a really hard thing for me to let go of, like in the northern route crossing the Indian Ocean. That was like my highlight country that I wanted to go to. So instead we're going to go and explore that with Nana. We're going to do some vlogging with you and bring you guys along as well.
It's actually very exciting because there'll be 3 generations of Benita's family. There'll be Nana, Mum and daughter. That's pretty cool. Travelling together. So that'll actually be something really cool for you guys.
So I'm like super excited for Yosh as well. Like, this is such a monumental trip. Like, it's been something that we've been working towards for years, and one that's we just cannot let go. So so we're just making it work how we can, you know.
So we got a couple of other young lads, one mate of mine and then 2 other dudes. We're all surfers, so hopefully Benita's not waiting too long in Mauritius for us.
They're meant to be setting off on the passage and they're just surfing in
Still
the
in
Towers.
the But it is kind of, as we've been sailing through these islands, as we sail with a family, like, we don't do lots of surfing. We try to get to waves, but surfing from a sailboat is actually really hard, especially when you have a family. Like, you can't just anchor on the shoulder of a wave and have the boat rolling and flogging around for hours on end while I'm out there surfing.
And it's such a fickle sport as well. It can be good for 2 hours and then just crap the rest of the day. So you're just like motoring around trying to like get it, score it when it's good, you know. So
and so by having, with a couple of other lads that are frothed out, keen as surfers like I am, it'd be cool just to, as our last little finale, as we leave this area, to have a couple of good days, hopefully, touch wood, chasing a few waves, and just being that real up early, go here, find a wave, go here, rah, 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 sort of deal, and chase it down, which you don't do with the family. It's just not the right thing to do as a family sailing boat.
That's right, Yosh.
It's not Yoshi Surf Charters, remember that.
So it would be good, and
so that's cool. That'll be a nice little exit, leaving Indonesia,
and it's a good opportunity for you to get some
more offshore miles.
And just get to sail the new boat.
And to sail it, we've done the work now to have the boat ready to be pushed. Whatever situation gets thrown at us out at sea, which we know is going to be some terrible ocean. The southern Indian Ocean is very famous for being a confused sea, swell on the beam, short period, choppy sea state, and strong winds. And so all of those things involves a boat that's strong, solid, and good to go. And we feel that we're up to that point now where we've got that. We've got some lads on that can be uncomfortable, and we can sail it hard, and we can go fast and have fun. We can't wait for you guys to meet the crew. They're an awesome bunch of guys, and I think we got a pretty good bunch of lads we got together.
One big decision we made was that this crossing will begin in June, and now that it's May, it's come to fruition that it was a really good decision, because May used to be a good month to actually do this crossing, but in the last few years there's been cyclone activity in May in the Indian Ocean, and so we postponed it to the beginning of June, which has turned out to be a really good decision, because there's currently a lot of activity in the Indian Ocean now, and we're we're kind of getting towards the end of May already. So and so last year there was a cyclone around Chagos, south of Chagos, on like the 28th, 29th of May, so it was quite late. But then historically the stats say there's never been a cyclone in June, so hence the reason why we plan to depart pretty early on in June to try to beat those real strong trades that built up, but also to avoid any of that sort of cyclone stuff. And if you do look at the charts now, like, there is the potential for a decent low pressure system building which could turn into a cyclone, so it's definitely wise decision, and we're pretty happy with that, eh? One of those things that we bought in preparation for this crossing was a brand new drone. Yosh really loves ocean drone footage, and really wanted to capture it across this crossing, and brand new drone on like the 6th flight. Yosh sent it up.
As we were coming in at the end of our passage across from Malaysia into Indonesia, just on the outside of Sabang, there was a massive pod of dolphins, a couple of hundred dolphins, and I thought, mate, that would look amazing from the drone. And so I went to fly it. Normally in an authorised zone, it says you're in an authorised zone, you cannot take off, you need permission. And because I was on the edge of it, it said you are near it, and I launched the drone. I said, okay, let's go look at some dolphins. And then as the boat sort of moved forward, the drone moved forward, and then we were in the authorised zone, and it said landing straight away, and then just landed itself in the ocean.
It just dropped it straight into the ocean. Didn't
allow me to fly it, return to home or anything. So yeah, so that brand new drone just gone, mate. Which is extreme. I mean, I was so devastated.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, so I don't think we're going to be getting drone footage on the crossing.
So it looks like we're drone free now, which sucks because, man, the footage of sailing just looks so good, and I really wanted to capture some open oceans drone footage.
And then, like, the islands of Mauritius and Reunion, they are just absolutely stunning. So, I don't know.
The wait till we get over there.
Yeah. We have got a little bit of preparation left to do. We have to modify the solar panels a little bit when we get to Padang, and there is a little freshwater leak in one of the pipes that we need to sort out as well.
And I got a bilge pump I need to sort out.
Yeah.
And install a couple more fans for crew.
Yeah. And then also we've got a crew member bringing a bunch of packages that we've sent to him.
I'm sure any of you yachties out there, if you have people that are flying to join the boat for any sort of period of time, you load them up with gear, and we've done exactly that.
Yeah. So we've got a spare starter motor on the way, a tracker, so you guys will be able to track us, a little data hub like Predict Wind.
Yeah, that'll be really exciting to put on. So there'll be live updates of our passage all the way across, and you'll be able to see our little dot as we make ground west.
And then we've also got a Garmin InReach, which is like a little satellite phone.
As a backup for our Starlink.
Yep. So, but yeah, everything's moving forwards. We'll be, Nandji 2 will be departing across to Mauritius. I think it's 2,700 nautical miles.
Yeah.
In the next few weeks. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and consider becoming a Patreon. There's a link down below. Help keep us filming and floating this journey, because it's going to be epic.
Yeah. Thanks so much, guys. I really wanted to share that with you.
Yeah.
We're a happy little family. We're very happy. We're so excited for what's happening now. And
I'm happy for Yosh.
Get it on. I'm happy for Mum. It's just going to be hard being apart from each other, because I don't know if you can't tell, we're very
attached.
We're very attached.
Epic adventures coming up, guys. Stay tuned.
See you guys.
Peace.